The Aspen Security Forum, a fixture on the calendar for many in the foreign policy and national security world, may be more timely and relevant than ever.
It is an unbelievably complex world. I think more complicated than we've seen in many, many decades.
Nowhere is it more complex than in the computer domain. In this age of increasing interconnectedness, cybersecurity professionals say cyber attacks continue to grow more aggressive and widespread.
So the world is a messy place right now.
Among the challenges are fragmented regulations, data privacy concerns, and the skilled talent needed to address this huge problem.
And at a moment where a lot of coordination and governance and clarity about standards and authorities is needed, we have governments themselves retrenching from that and private companies demonstrating some understandable nervousness about what their own roles and responsibilities might be.
Credit card companies are often in the crosshairs.
It is a frontier where every possible way of cyber attacks, we see them. And we feel that there is a real need to collaborate as a private industry, a public industry together to fight these things, to defend, but also very much to deter this.
International aid and trade is another very turbulent area. Tariffs imposed by the U.S. have upended the trading landscape, and countries and companies are finding themselves having to adjust.
The thing that markets crave and that small businesses crave and large businesses crave is some certainty and predictability. We have the opposite of that right now. Frankly, the thing that I fear most is that our allies and partners, instead of working with us, are working together to find a way to mitigate the risk of us, which is not in the U.S. interest over time.
At a time when international aid of all kinds is dropping, there are questions about whether the United Nations can help fill the void.
A number of countries do not run to the UN because they see it as dysfunctional in the same way. And the question is, what does that next phase look like? And I think the jury is still out.
Meantime, the threat of U.S. sanctions against BRICS countries and others that trade with Russia has many here concerned.
I don't think it is fair for United States or to pressurize the BRICS. The BRICS is an economic cooperation. If the United States wants to outpace the economic cooperation, as it has done in the past, it must do on the basis of its own economic brilliance, on its own economic rationale.
One thing seems clear: artificial intelligence will radically transform the humanitarian and development space.
It is going to be exponentially faster. And many of our systems within the foreign assistance world are creakingly slow. So this is our chance to speed it up.
Anticipating the future is a staple of the agenda here in Aspen, which is always consumed with the present. The Security Forum wraps up on Friday. Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Aspen, Colorado.